So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. The action has already started. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Passes short and sharp. Eto'o. He is just caressing the ball. Cannavaro wins the duel this time. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's not got that quite right. And back to the goalkeeper. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Eto'o looks to get on the end of this. Vieira gets a foot in here. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Played back into the centre.
Well, full-back biases aside, it's hard not to admire a player like Maicon, a player who offers so much going forwards.
And backwards, surely.
Yeah, backwards too. I mean, having him in your lineup is like having three players in one. He's defensively sound enough to be an old-fashioned full-back while having the attacking prowess of a winger.
And he's sure, therefore, to be one of the busiest players on the pitch today. Played out wide. Lahm is always looking to play quality balls. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Vicious ball here. Nice interception, well timed.
Vietnam have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different. Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
That pass has been well intercepted. Pull it. Cross to the back post. Mateus. Vieira. That's a lovely, neat pass. Cannavaro. Vietnam trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. And it's Maicon. Oh, that's neat. Oh, no circumventing this opponent. And that was nowhere near his best. Now it's Pelé. Oh, that's a key interception. Vieira. Looking for the run. Eto'o. Pelé could move up a gear here. And here's Ibrahimovic. Roberto Carlos. No, he's just misjudged that one. Pull it. And it's Maicon. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
Cannavaro. Ibrahimovic chasing after it. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Roberto Carlos. Michael. Mateus plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Aims beyond the defence. Eto'o receives it in a wide position. Mateus. And it's Vieira. And there is the half-time whistle. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectations?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0.
And we come to you now with a quick request for support for our World Charity Fund. Substitution on the field.
And we're off again.
Number 9.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Roberto Carlos going full steam ahead down the left flank. Pull it. Vieira.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Maicon. Gattuso. Played into space. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. That's an imaginative pass. Fires it in low. Gattuso. That's a cute ball. That's beautifully weighted. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. Vietnam appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Threads one in. He's in a great position here. Maicon has it out wide and in space.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And now a sudden chance to... It's Ibrahimovic! They've done it! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
After 61 minutes is Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Vietnam have penetrated for the first time.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Baresi calmly anticipates. Pull it. And it's Maicon. Produced. Up he goes! And yes, it's there! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
And he's forced to go back. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Vieira knocks it into space. And the shot! That's really well manoeuvred. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Well read, and the danger is averted. It's a pretty loose pass. Real chance! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Cantona fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Vietnam have their second corner now. And the keeper beats it away.
Vietnam clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Maicon. Maicon's cross. Oh, well played, well played. Over to the left. Played back in. Nice sequence of passes, this. Back into the middle. That's a little off target.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Vieira, who does have an assist to his name.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Maicon hurtling down that right flank. Brilliantly cut out.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Can he get it through? Can he get onto this? Big header! Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it! That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. And that's that. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. Pass just lacking in accuracy. It's gone behind for a goal kick. And it's with the keeper. And it's Fernandez.
It's rare for me to look at a fullback as a potential match winner, Peter, but with Roberto Carlos, I can make an exception.
Can he finish? Now, who's going to be first to this? The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now the cross, terrific header! And he's there to belt it away. They get a throw-in. Gattuso. And Maicon. It's a searching pass. Maicon is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Eto. So what can they make of this? It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
And it's Lam. Smoothly does it. Pull it. So we're still where we started right now. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Gattuso. Oh, this is a terrific run. Cantona. And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos. It's gone for a throw-in. Fernandez. Now that's well seen too. Roberto Carlos. Passing is crisp and sharp. Michael can see things others simply cannot. And he shoots! They've scored! We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Substitutions taking place.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Bullet! That carried quite a threat.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And it's Maicon. Vieira. Cantona. Maicon. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And it's Roberto Carlos. He is just caressing the ball. Turns back here, probably the best option. Maicon is always looking to play quality balls. Looking for the run, played out wide. That is a brilliant interception. Lam. Vieira.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Now that looks a decent ball. Fired deep towards the back post. Now it's Cantona. Maicon. Lobbed in behind. Now he's just misjudged that one. James. Lam. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Now it's Cantona. Vieira. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Not the most accurate pass. Oh, that's a key interception. Cantona. Rummenigge has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Cannavaro. That's a lovely, delicate pass.
1 minute added time.
Cantona. Can he get it through? It's Ibra! Goal! Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Please be made aware that
It's a dressing
smoking
room
is
that
only permitted
needs
in
rousing at
designated
half-time,
areas within
because in
these
truth
grounds.
they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Threads one in, and here's Cantona. Aims beyond the defence. That's a good ball. That is great defending, so alert. Vieira. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Rummenigge. Danger averted for now. Oh, this looks sharp. Greenwood! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
He's on it, can he get away? Flings it across. Defending of the desperate variety. Nice sequence of passes, this. And now they can clear their lines. James. And it's Fernandez. And he's intervened well there. And here's Fernandez. And it's made its way to him. No, that's been intercepted.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
This looks promising. Oh, truly brave defending.
That is superb defensive work. The one man who had to be on top of his game, and he was.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Oh, what a mistake! He's picked his way through. Real chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Vietnam certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Substitution.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Bullet. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Bullet can be a real threat inside the box.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Nicely shaped ball. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Vieira. And it's Varane. Into the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Cannavaro. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rummenigge. And he's had it nicked away.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And here's Alvarez. He's tried one! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, you'd really expect him to hit the target from there.
Time is running out here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
And he's straight offside. Bullet will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Now he's got space here. Great ball if he can get there. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Roberto Carlos.
Vietnam nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Pull it.
Two added minutes.
Well, that is one way to stop him. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he has shown him a yellow card. Time added on will be... And the finish! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Pull it. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And the referee brings it to a close. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end.
Those of you making their way home on public transportation
So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
watch the screen.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice. And there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here. So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide. Is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities to counter. But it can work really well. Greenwood really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Mike on. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Cantona, he's had a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Has a look and plays it forward. Well, don't worry too much about sophistication and style where Gennaro Gattuso's involved, but my goodness me, despite all of that, he's priceless to any team, isn't he?
Yeah, he's living proof of the benefits of keeping it simple, Peter. He's there to win the ball, and once he does that, he's just going to play it short and stick to his position a little deeper in midfield.
Which all sounds very easy, but it's brought him one mighty pile of success down the years.
And it works a treat, provided he's paired with the right folks around him.
That's been drilled forward. Mateus. Neither side yet able to find the net. It's a throw-in. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, that's fabulous. Delivers with whip. And he gets rid in a hurry. Oh, nice touch. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Out for a throw. Played over towards the opposite flank.
Good switch, that.
Looking to play him in. Chips it through. And that's put paid to a promising move. Looking for a runner. No luck with that dink over the top. Roberto Carlos. Vietnam look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
And it's Maicon. Maicon's cross. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Vietnam have their second corner now. Big header! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Great vision.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And he's forced to go back. Thuram. Here's Vieira. Rafael Varane. He is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Now, what about a counter-attack? Neither side giving way. It has been tight. That's been slipped through. Big chance! That could... And he's following up! Ibrahimovic. Greenwood. And it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Tries to play it through. He's having a shot! And he's heaved it away. Cantona. Here's Vieira. Gattuso. Roberto Carlos.
There will be
Pull
1
it.
minute added time.
Pull it. Maicon. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. An intriguing half,
Please make
lacking
sure
only
to
in
watch
goals.
the screen
The
for
score
an information
0-0.
bulletin from the regional police department.
And we're off again.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Gattuso. Bullet constantly looking for the ball into the box. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Maicon. Foot in. Maicon just loves to go forward whenever he can. And that was nowhere near his best. And he was quick to react. Gattuso. And it's Maicon. Maicon carries the ball down the right. Maicon. Played into space. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Quality ball.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And it's Gullit. Now, can they get him away? That has not gone well. That's a cute ball. Dink through. And this is Roberto Carlos. Gullit. Gullit touches it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Incoming delivery. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Has a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, important interception. Cantona. That pass isn't the best. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Gattuso. Aimed in towards the centre. And it's corner. Corner number 3 coming up. And now they can spring out of defence. Michael can see things others simply cannot. Vieira tries to pass it through, and he was alert to it.
Vietnam truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Greenwood! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, to be honest, he shouldn't have spilled that in the first place, but he recovered it really quickly, so no harm done.
Ibrahimovic chasing after it. Lahm promptly onto that, and that is that.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Gattuso gives no quarter whatsoever.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
That's really well manoeuvred.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Substitution on the field, Ibrahimovic. Number 14, Gullit. Coming on the field, number 9, Pele. Number 10, Messi. Substitution.
Makaleli played into the box. Cleared away. Gattuso. And the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Ibrahimovic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Cleared without hesitation. Vietnam have the chance to go the other way. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Ibrahimovic. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. That has been cut short. James is always looking to play quality balls. The final 5 minutes.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Michael. That has ended up in no man's land.
2 added minutes.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Thuram cuts it out. Cantona. Played with finesse. Czech gets his hands on it. And that will be the final act. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. They do appear, Jim Beglin, to be going with a 5-3-2 formation.
Well, it could be a disguise, Peter, for something else. And that five at the back can easily produce wing-backs. If that's the case, I think, you know, it might end up a three at times. Admittedly, though, if they do play deeper and in line with the centre-backs, then we can take it that they don't really want to give much away. That'll be foremost in their minds. But essentially, it depends on the two wide players in that defence. If they push on a little bit more, we could see something very different.
Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, that's well spotted. Played into space. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Can he get it through? He's had a shot! Now, what about a counter-attack? Floated through. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He's in a good... Cantona! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Cantona is offering a wry smile there.
Oh, delightful ball. And that's a simple one for the keeper. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And here's Ibrahimovic. Knocks it out wide. Roberto Carlos. That'll be a throw. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. No goals as yet. Nice looking ball. Baresi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Passes coming off in quick succession here. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Can he get on the end of this? Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. Vietnam look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Roberto Carlos. Vieira. And it's Gattuso. And it's Maicon. Just eases him off the ball. Maicon, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Now it's Greenwood. Cannavaro does really well to win the ball there. Ibrahimovic chasing after it. Vieira. The referee's awarded a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. Vieira. He's having a go! And that is wildly off target.
Bullet probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Stood up well to him there. Knocks it into space. That's the keeper's ball.
Rummenigge really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and Just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly. Rummenigge really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Rummenigge. Lahm. He's through here. And he's there to belt it away. And reclaimed it in a trice. And it's Lahm. Here's Vieira. Rodri. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And the first half is done. And it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Substitution.
There's the start of the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. That's been cut out, well played. Michael is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Gattuso. And it's Vieira. Here's Cannavaro. Maicon. Can he stop it going out? Oh, he couldn't quite make it. Looking for a runner. And he cuts out the supply. Now, can they get him away? Michael. Pull it. Nicely spread. Vieira. Well timed. Excellent interception. Roberto Carlos. Vieira. And it's Maicon. Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. Great chance! Sticks it away! The breakthrough arrives at last!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Substitution in progress.
So here comes the substitution. Well, that is the number we all wanted to see. What a sight this is.
Well, not quite sure why he wasn't started, Peter, but at least it's a move that makes everyone happy.
Vietnam have fired themselves in front.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Bullet can be a real threat inside the box. In by Jane. He's got tall. That's another chance. Rummenigge! Harmlessly behind. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Collier.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Gattuso. Maicon. He has found the way through. James. And it's Hullet. Played back. Out towards the flank. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Cantona. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Played out wide. Maicon's cross. Big chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. That is a brilliant interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Roberto Carlos has it in a wide position. And that is expertly dealt with.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Now that's well seen too. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And he's intervened well there. Roberto Carlos. Not the most accurate pass. Ball's gone out of play. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Looking to play him in. Pass is just off target. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Terrific header! Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Hullet. Vietnam have got it back and they'll have another go. Neatly clipped into space. Not the most convincing of passes. Pass somewhat off target. Vietnam clearly now in lead preservation mode. Bale. Cantona, the specialist in tearing teams apart. And he was alert to it. He won't be happy with that one. And that's that. Quite a game, and one that was